Tonight, a convicted killer is back behind bars after he was mistakenly released from a South Florida jail. The prisoner found across state lines in Georgia. CBS News Miami's Peter Dench is in West Miami-Dade with how the days-long manhunt came to an end. Peter?
Well, Elliot, I can tell you that we spoke with a relative of one of the victims in this case, and he said right now family members did not want to talk about the arrest of James Daniels on camera, in part because they're waiting for more details. Meanwhile, police say they also arrested a Georgia councilwoman who'd been in touch with him.
Authorities say they found 60-year-old James Daniels in the tiny town of Reynolds, Georgia. It is nearly 600 miles north of Miami and about 100 miles south of Atlanta. Daniels had been convicted of killing 2 men in Opelika in 2020 after kidnapping, torturing, and robbing them. A third victim survived. Daniels was sentenced to life in prison. He served prison time for those murders before being transferred last week from a state facility in Lake City to Miami-Dade custody to face local charges. But just 2 days later, on Saturday, corrections officials released him by mistake from the TGK Correctional Center. Officials say he was able to walk out due to a procedural error. The U.S. Marshals Service received a tip that Daniels was in Reynolds. He was arrested Wednesday, along with Reynolds councilwoman Tamisha Price, who was charged with hindering the apprehension of a criminal. Price was allegedly in contact with Daniels. It's not clear how they know each other. Authorities say more charges could be filed. As to how Daniels was allowed to leave the correctional center, Miami-Dade corrections officials say they have launched an internal affairs investigation and say anyone involved in the mistake will be held responsible.
Now, it's not clear at this point just when Daniels will be brought back to Miami. We reached out to the lead agency in this case, the U.S. Marshals Service, and so far we've not heard back. We are live at the TGK Correctional Center in West Miami-Dade. Peter Dench, CBS News, Miami.